That was a little creepy, but I mean, from my standpoint, when your husbands were coming up and asking me how to dance, I mean, and they were good dancers. I mean, they're a little carefree with their hands, but you know, they were pretty good. So, again, my name is Zoltan, and it's a little different. I mean, there's been a number of renditions of Zoltan through the years. Zoltar, Zoltron, Z-Man, Z. I mean, the pinnacle was really hit when the movie Big came out, and Zoltar was the fortune teller. So I lived with that for a long time, and you know, what I would try to explain to people, you know, they always say, well, where's that name from? And I would tell my story, which was, I was born in Hungary. My family and I came over in 1956 during the Hungarian Revolt. We left Budapest in October and landed in New York in December. And that usually that story would suffice, but there was just one guy that he just kept asking me more and more questions. You know, where's Hungary? Were you born with that name? Are you a gypsy? Are you? Can you tell my fortune? Do you have a crystal ball? And at that point, I just had enough of this guy. So I said, oh yeah. I said, you know, we're all gypsies. You know, and you know, I can tell the future. I can grant a wish. You know, and he says, oh really? This guy was, you know, like, he was like all into the movie Big. So and I'm thinking, this guy's a moron. I'm gonna have some fun with him. So we go ahead and I says, well, you know, what would you like? He says, well, can you tell my fortune? I says, well, I can, but you know, my crystal ball is cracked. So I ordered a new one from Gypsies R Us, and it's not arrived yet. It's over at the port right now in a container. So I went out, but I said, I do have my fortune cards, and if you'd like to, you know, get your fortune told, or if you have a wish, we could sit down. And he said, oh, that would be great. And this guy, I said, okay, I'm gonna have some fun. So I said, okay. I say, come here, my friend. Sit with Zoltan. And I say, before we start, there will be a $2 gift for Zoltan. He says, okay. And he says, I will read a card for you. So I read the card, and you know, I say, it says, you know, destiny is not a matter of chance, it is a matter of choice. Choose yours wisely, my friend. And he says, oh. He says, that's good. I says, he says, would you read another one for me? I says, we can do that. That'll be a $4 gift for Zoltan. He said, okay. So he sits down, and he's sitting there. I says, this is going to be the luckiest day in your life. This is going to be something special. It's a life-changing day for you. He says, oh, that's great. I says, well, do you have a wish? He says, I do. I says, but we must first pay for the cracked crystal ball with a $6 donation. So he says, yeah. He says, oh, you are just like Zoltar. I says, I'm better than Zoltar. You know, I got $12 out of this guy, and that Zoltar machine at the carnival would only have 3 crinky dollar bills stuffed in its slot. So I thought I was doing pretty good. Yay! So we sit down, and you know, I say, okay, now please, what is your wish? He says, I wish. He says, I wish I was irresistible to women. I say, oh, that's a very, very big wish for Zoltan to handle. So I says, that is going to be an $8 donation to Zoltan. So I shuffle through the cards a little bit, and I says, okay, here's your card. Would you like to read it? And he said, oh yeah. And I give him the card, and it says, your wish has been granted. And he's all excited. And I says, tomorrow morning you will wake up and you will be irresistible to women. He's excited. He runs off, goes home. He wakes up the next morning as a puppy. Thank you. It was a neutered Yorkie named Titus. The guy never bothered me again, but he did growl at me a few times when I went past the dog park. Thank you very much.
Zoltan Lukash, everybody, give it up for him.